All right, so as title says, this video will show you how to get any Pokemon you want for free, completely for free. Um, no, these Pokemon will not get you banned. That doesn't happen because if there are bans happening, I would not be able to do this because my switches would be banned. So, let's get started. First thing I do, go to the link in the description and you're going to join the Discord. It's going to send you to the welcome channel and it's going to give you the generic welcome, blah, 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 blah. And it's going to tell you to go to please read. You're also going to get a Me6 message, this exact one, or it's pretty similar, telling you the same thing, go to please read, because this is how you get access to the bots. Now, at first glance, this may look like a lot, but it's really not. And that's why this video is here to kind of describe everything to you. But this channel just breaks down most things like pretty accurately and just in more detail than like most other channel Discord bots will tell you. But basically the first paragraph, if you're not one to watch the video, is what's key. Is like you need to react to the Me6 message at the bottom of the channel to get access to the bots, because we have them behind a roll, and it's just so people don't just go spamming the bot channel and not knowing what to do. This just kind of ensures us that like you've kind of like looked over things, and you just react to this Me6 message down here, and it tells you up here what to react to and what it does. But this video is going to show you the ways to three ways to make Pokemon for free. And I'm going to show you three different ways going from easiest to hardest, even though they're all relatively easy. But the first method, after you've already skimmed over this and gotten access to the bots, is to do $trade in just the name of the Pokemon. So I'm going to go to Central Bot and going to do $trade, and then let's do Latios. That's a good one because I can show you a bunch of different things with that. And hit enter. And all that's going to do is you're going to get added to the queue. The bot's going to message you, and then when it tells you your queue position, your time, and then when it's your turn, it's going to send you this link code. You've got about 70 seconds to enter that code in. Otherwise, the bot's going to skip you, and 70 seconds is more than enough time. I don't need to do this because, I'm just showing you guys. And for example, like I'm showing you this stuff for Central Bot. There are certain differences between the different bot channels, but this is for mainly Central Bot. But it's kind of my bot has all the features. And when you do just the name, it gives you a 6IV version of it. It's like nothing spectacular, but it's just for simplicity's sake. It's just 6IV, no EVs, and just has like a neutral nature, no item or anything. But that's for simplicity. So if you're doing like dex completion, this method is perfect. But if you want to go a step beyond, this next method is going to help. So this next method is like for if you want to make a battle ready set, but you don't really know what to do. So all you gotta do, super easy, Smogon. I'm gonna do Latios again. And try to always go to SS. That way you know it's a set for Sword and Shield. And pick a set. And typically, if it's all these sets are always, for the most part, legal for Sword and Shield. That's why I had you press SS. And so you hit export, and it's already highlighted for you. And just copy it. And same process in Central Bot. $trade, and paste it and hit enter, and it sends it through. And now, like I said, that's for if you don't know how to make your own sets, because like a lot of people wouldn't. Like I did that in the bot DMs. Don't do it in bot DMs. You have to do it in the Central Bot channel. So let's start that over. That's a lesson for everybody, I suppose. And you also got to make sure you have you have DMs for the server on. If you have server DMs off, the bot can't message you, and it's not going to process you through the queue. But in Central Bot, hit enter, same process. It's going to DM you. Then once it's your turn, send your code, you match with the bot, and you trade. We do have a cooldown. The cooldown is 10 minutes. Well, no, it's usually 5 or 10 minutes. It just depends on how busy things are. And that's mainly because a lot of people go and like they spam the bot with imports that don't work. If your import doesn't work, I mean, we've got this lovely channel called Help. Just post your import and be like, hey, what's wrong? And then we'll help you out. And that's the easy battle ready method. And so this next method, and let's go back to please read, because that's the one I have like specified in please read, is using Showdown Team Builder. And Showdown Team Builder is super easy and self-explanatory. So you're gonna go here, go to new team, and Team Builder basically lets you make your own mod from scratch. And for format is really important. So you're either going to do VGC 2021, which basically makes sure and guarantees that it's going to be Galarborn, or you're going to do anything goes. I'm going to show you why that matters. So anything goes, and like I said, you just start with the name. It'll only show you mods in Sword and Shield. So if you have, that's why I say pick the format. Because if you don't pick the format, it'll give you everything. Pick your item. Um, let's just fill in some moves here. I'm going to show you Roost because that's the key thing I want to show you guys. You can change the level, change the gender, change the shiny, whether or not you want it. Nickname up here. So many different things right in front of you that you can edit. And then you can edit your EVs and stuff here. Edit your IVs here. Change your nature here. And I'm going to show you guys. And I mean, I prefer the already like made imports use Smogan. But I mean, like I said, this is good for you if you know what you want to make from scratch. So I've got this done. I'll go back to team, and I've got it set for anything goes. And always click validate. If the validate screen like this doesn't pop up, that means you need to enable pop-ups for Showdown. It just says team was rejected just because Latios has 0 EVs. That is fine. That means I'm still good to go. That just means I don't have EVs. But I'm going to show you what happens when I do VGC 2021. And now click validate. And the issue is Latios, I'm going to highlight that, Latios' move Roost. Roost is a past gen move. And so that means this can't be Galarborn. It's going to be legal for Sword and Shield, but it cannot be Galarborn. So what you can do, just get rid of the move. I know that Recover will fix it. Let's go back, hit validate. Like I said, you can ignore these messages like this, and there's no error message for the team. That means I'm good to go. So let's make it shiny too. So maybe shiny, yes, and hit import/export, and same process. Copy. Gonna go back to Central Bot. Let's find the link here. And $ trade Control V. And like I said, this will only give you legal mods because I'm going to show you something right here. Somebody requested a Urshifu shiny, and Urshifu shiny is shiny locked. And we have a list of the shiny lock mods posted right here in the pins. That way to kind of prevent that. He's probably going to come into help and ask what's wrong, which is the appropriate thing to do, and we'll tell him that it's shiny lock. So you just made your set. It's in there, hit enter, but there's actually more things you can do. So go to please read, and it's going to give you a few more things that you can do with Showdown imports. So we've got this thing called import breakdown. It shows you like the other things you can do with imports. You can also make eggs, but I'll make a separate video for that. And you go to import breakdown, and I'm going to break down pretty much every single line and show you how easy it is. So you got the name right here, you got the gender, and you got the item. And like for this thing right here, you can kind of use this as a template to kind of fill stuff in for yourself. Or if you're not comfortable doing that, just use Teambuilder and kind of fill in the blanks. Because some of these lines will, like I said, you have to type them in yourself. You can't do them in Teambuilder. But like some of this extra stuff that you're adding can make your set illegal. Like even if Showdown validates it, like giving something the wrong ball, the wrong TID, SID, stuff like that can make it illegal. So gotta keep that in mind. So you got the name up here, and that includes your name, the gender, and the item. You got your ability. And for all these, just make sure they're all legal. Your level right here, your shiny, and you can do either star, or you can do square, or you can do yes. For ball, right here, and make sure you type out the ball all the way. So you can't do ultra. It has to be ultra ball. Make sure everything, the first letter is capitalized, all that kind of stuff, to make sure it comes through properly. Try not to do cherish ball because you can't really force events this way. A lot of people try and it messes up and they're like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, yo, we say don't use cherish ball, but they do it anyways. You do language, and the list of languages are down below. And like all these lines are broken down even more in the sections below. OT, and OT is your OT name, your trainer name, OT gender, the gender of your trainer. TID, which is your trainer ID, that's going to be on your lead card, or like it's going to be on your Mon summary screen. SID, SID is the one that people have trouble with. SID is your secret ID, and like these four right here are what determine if something's going to have your complete ownership. So SID, to find that, like let's say, where is it? I got it covered up here. SID. So what you can do is if you have already traded with the bot previously, the bot will send you a PK8. So that PK8 will have the info of the mine you sent. So if it's a mine that you caught or hatched, your SID is there. So all you'd have to do, drop the PK8 into Central Bot without any command, and it'll display your SID. But let's say it only shows you 567. It's leading zeros, so it'll be 0, 5, 6, 7 for your SID. So that simple, that easy. And for TID and SID, you have to do them together. You can't just do TID and you can't just do SID. Otherwise, they won't come out right. You've got EVs. Make sure you don't go over 510. IVs, I mean, obviously you can't do like 35 IVs. The nature, and then you got the moves. Like I said, make sure all this stuff is legal because it can throw your import off. And then down below, this gives like a breakdown of all those sections I just named. Pretty much covered everything I just said. And then there's a few other things. You have marks. Marks, we don't, legality for it isn't really as fleshed out with the bot. So you kind of have to do your own kind of research to make sure it's all legal. And it's typed out in this format. And I've got a list of all the marks right here. And then this is a link to Cerebi that has all the legal like mark combinations. So we can skip over that. Game of origin. Because I know a lot of people, they want stuff that originates in red, blue, gold, silver, yellow, whatever. And you can add these lines down to the bottom of your import. And it'll fetch it'll make sure it originates in that game. Met level. Same thing. Add it to the bottom and it'll make the met level whatever you set it to. Like I said, all this stuff is as long as it's legal for the mon. Then Pokerus, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Add this line, has Pokerus. I started on ribbons. I don't know if I'll ever complete it because there's so many different ribbons, but it's the same thing as like marks. You got to kind of make sure that you're doing your own research to make sure your marks are legal. And like I said, that gives you a basic brief rundown of how to make your own mods in the bot. There's a few other things, because we do have 4 different bot channels. We've got Central, which is mine, Beastbot, which is mine for if Central Bot kind of gets like overrun or whatever. I open up Beastbot with more switches and kind of like to make everything a lot quicker for you guys. Lunabot is Eric's bot. He runs it every now and then, depending on if he wants to or not. And Zorua is another 24/7 bot. But Central and Zorua are the 24/7 bots. It's kind of all described right here. And each bot uses a different like prefix for a command. So if you saw earlier, I was using $. Central, I mean, Beastbot also uses $. Luna uses the asterisk, and Zorua uses period. So that's how you kind of distinguish between the two. That's how they recognize they take commands. So the different commands that you can also do in here are QS, which is queue status. That means you check your position in the queue. QC, you check, I mean, you basically can clear yourself from the queue. cloning. Cloning is only available to Twitch subs, and this is mainly because like we had a lot of people using cloning to sell and pretty much use this Discord for their own like personal ginning shop, which was not cool. So we had to kind of get rid of it and kind of just put it behind like, unfortunately, kind of a paywall a bit, even though it's like what, $2 a month or whatever. And then you got dump, which basically you show the bot a bunch of different mods, and what it'll do, it'll send you PK8s back of those mods. That means like if you want to edit in PK hex or you want to send it back to the bot as like semi cloning a bit, I mean, it's there for you. Seed checking, it's basically lets you check your seeds or whatever for the a mod you show to find your shiny frames and stuff like that. Fix is for getting rid of ad mod nicknames and OT. So if the mod has like a URL as the OT or the nickname, this will fix it and it'll clear it up. It'll give you the mod your OT information and you're fine. It just trades it back to you. The ad mods just lost to the Sysbot system somewhere. And then this is just general bot use. I mean, as I said before, don't use the bot for financial gain because this is free. I mean, you can donate if you want to kind of show appreciation for the services we offer or like to help us get more stuff for the bot because that's primarily what this is for, to kind of get more additions. I mean, I bought a Switch with donations a while back that went to the Discord and stuff like that. So it always helps us out. So if you want to do that, we appreciate it. And then the other thing is priority queuing through Twitch subs. This is completely optional, but priority queuing is basically if you're a Twitch sub, you get priority queue if the queue is over 15. So if the queue is over 15, basically your queue time will get cut in half. That's the best way to explain it. And it only applies to Central and B Spot. So, and that's like, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch sub every month. So this can kind of come in handy if you're trying to like gen something quickly. But it's like I said, it's optional. Everything stays free and the same regardless. Like you're never gonna see any days where it's just Twitch sub days. Like I'm not that crazy. I mean, and that's pretty much it. And like I said, make sure you go back to this Me6 message. And if you ever need help with anything, just go to this channel called Help. And feel free to check out the other channels in Discord because I mean everything's gonna help you out. And like I said, help, definitely go there. I mean, you see me here talking to somebody. I mean, I talk a lot every now and then, or the mods talk a lot. And like I said, go to Help. That's the best thing for you. It's a good resource, and it's meant to, as the channel name is, to help. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, any questions, either ask in the Discord or ask here. But otherwise, I am out, and I hope you guys enjoy using the Discord.